ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, mm, we got Leela James. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the rain, even when I hear the sound, like you and me, baby, getting down to the sounds of life. Oh, the smell of the loving flowers as we pass along the hours. Let's do it again. Do it again. You know what? Let's do it in the, ladies and gentlemen, Leela James. And she's coming at us with, let's do it again. And you know what? Not a bad version of the staple singers. Hey, got something I want to tell you about. Hey, hold on 1 second, Leela. We ain't gonna worry about nothing. We ain't gonna worry about nothing. I got something I want to show y'all. Hold on. Let's see. We got to get rid of that. Go here. Right here. Right here. Right here. I want y'all. We talked about the Mandela effect, about the Michael Jackson song, because I told you I listened to it over and over again as I would travel across this country, going from east to west, going from California to New York, from California to what is that? North Carolina several times, California to West Virginia, not West Virginia, but Virginia several times, Richmond, California to Florida, California to Texas, California to Louisiana, California to Mississippi. Okay, and of course California to New Mexico and Arizona over and over and over and over and over again. Hold on, let me tell you, because you've been struck by is in the song. Listen. Smooth. Now wait, hold on. Y'all heard that, right? He says you've been hit by. Don't worry about the video. Okay, don't worry about the video. I want y'all to pay attention to you've been hit by. 1 second. You've been struck by a smooth criminal. Okay, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. There are two versions of the song. Duh. So it ain't no Mandela effect. Ain't no Mandela effect. Talk to them idiots that say that. Hold on. Let me tell y'all. There are two versions of the song. Let's get rid of the struck part so that y'all hear it. No, we don't want nobody smoking on this channel. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. And you notice they weren't intending for me to see that. I was just going over some Telegram videos. And I let that one play all the way to the end. It wasn't all that of a video. Somebody was just memeing. Okay, me. So there you go. No Mandela effect with the Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal song. Look, Michael Jackson was getting ready with that album, the Dangerous album, getting ready to do some things with the next release of the video for Dangerous. And then all of a sudden, they sidewind him. Hey, I'm not defending Michael. Okay? Not defending Michael at all. But I do want to talk to y'all about a couple of things. Y'all want to hear me talk? You don't want to hear me talk? Then turn off the video. I'm laying down. I went to sleep at 7:40, no 7:30, no 7:15. I don't know. It was 7 something, and woke up at 11. 7 to 11. That's right. 4 hours. I'm going back to sleep pretty shortly here, but I get about 7 hours of sleep a night on average. There are some nights where I'll get 3 hours or 4 hours, but most nights I get about 7 hours of sleep. It still don't get any rest, but I get sleep. And I was looking at Tucker Carlson and the Tucker Carlson video, and he was interviewing Vladimir Putin. And I saw all of the news media channel calling him a traitor, an enemy of the state, public enemy number one, all this other stuff because he interviewed Vladimir Putin. Ladies and gentlemen, so he interviewed that idiot. Yeah, you heard what I said. Vladimir Putin and his government are the ones who were continuing They haven't stopped persecuting Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh, wait, hold on. Just in case you don't understand, we showed y'all the video the other day about Hayden Covington, the winningest attorney before the Supreme Court. You know, the video where they like to bash people. You know, when somebody makes a mistake, United States, please, they will hold it against you. They would rather celebrate the mistakes a person makes at their death than all of the achievements. Go ahead. Look at how they vilified everybody, especially people of color. And Michael Jackson, he was the most colorful person of all. I mean, he was shades of this, exactly. Anyway, we showed you on this channel the videos from Russia about the police standing by and watching people watching mobs assault Jehovah's Witnesses. Go ahead. You tell me if you know a Jehovah's Witness that's ever done violence to you or harm to you or hurt you or sat up there and shot your mama. Yeah. There's some bad apples in every group. But as a group, as a whole, never. Just like in the video that I showed you, who is Hayden Covington? If you want to see what the United States history is, it's the same as Russia. It's the same as Russia. The video talks about how Jehovah's Witnesses were persecuted in the United States. Okay? And we're not even going to talk about how Israel has done the same thing. Okay? Don't even have me talk about Maui or Eritrea. Whew. Eritrea. Y'all don't know about Eritrea? Man, go look, one of the most backwards countries on this planet. So, I have no respect for Russia because Russia is the same as the United States. They're only concerned about their image. Vladimir Putin, in that interview, his job was to control the interview, control the conversation. That's why he wouldn't allow questions. Tucker Carlson couldn't even see that because he was too flabbergasted and masqueraded by being in Putin's presence. It was his interview. Putin is the leader, and he does say that after the interview that Putin, he's so used to getting the last word in and not being questioned because of his being the leader. And he said that's how the interview went. Of course it did. Of course it did. He's a dictator. No, hold on. I'm not against him, not for him. Don't care about the idiot. Well, you just called him. He's a world leader. You called him an idiot. Stupid is what stupid does. Come on now. It's under his leadership that they're persecuting Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, first, you get, who was that young man? Gorbachev. Tearing down the wall, and then they gave Jehovah's Witnesses their freedom because they were under ban. Throughout all the 80s, all the 70s, Jehovah's Witnesses were under ban in Russia, like they are now. The same exact thing. Nothing has changed. During that time, he was leader of the CIA. I mean, not CIA, the Kremlin, KGB. Ladies and gentlemen, he even talked about how he wanted to be a recruit for the CIA. Really? Wait, huh? That he wanted to have Russia be a part of NATO. Okay, fine. That sounds reasonable because Europe, they're a European country. But they didn't talk about, because he wasn't going to, the oppression of people in Russia. Yeah. If you're Russian and, you're this and that and the other and you agree with the government, hey, no problem. You can live. Peace and freedom. But you do something like be a Jehovah's Witness, hey, Jehovah's Witnesses, if you're a world leader and you're doing something wrong, they'll point it out. If you're a religious group, a religious leader, and you're doing something wrong, they'll point it out. And here's the thing. If you're a member of Jehovah's Witnesses and you're doing something, they'll point it out. Okay, so they don't take, as Jehovah's Witnesses, sides. Wrong is wrong. No, do they go out of their way to point out the wrong? No, it's the hypocrisy, especially with world leaders. All right, enough about that. When it comes to his interview, who cares? Tucker Carlson did it as a publicity stunt. He didn't do it as a fact-finding mission. to prove to you that he did it as a publicity stunt, if you look, all he did was advertise it. All he did was advertise that they're getting ready to do the interview. Advertise. That means he was trying to gain attention. Now hold on, Lita. Tell the people, because they don't understand. Just getting good love. All right, that's Leela, and she's singing my song right now. Now, we're going to continue with this, ladies and gentlemen. When I get my rest and I'm able to focus, oh man, Lord have mercy. Okay? That document that was created, that I call the greatest document I've ever produced, wait till I get finished with this writ of certiorari. Because I have to make the writ of certiorari the exact same thing. Everybody going to the Supreme Court and highlighting the fact that, wait a minute, we're in a military rule. That's unconstitutional. The military is not supposed to be quartered in our property, in our home, in our country. The military is supposed to be sovereign. It's supposed to be its own territory. Now, look, I had a conversation with a guy the other day. He was asking me about barabonds. Since 1982, barabonds have been unlawful in the United States. You cannot create a barabond in the United States, but you can in federal prison. I'm sorry, would you stop that? I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where he came from. No. I'm serious. You can create a barabond in federal prison because that's a sovereign territory. And the Congress didn't say nothing about the Army, that Army members can't create bonds and bring it into the United States. Of course you can do it. Stop that. You can't be telling people how to get around Congress's stupid laws. Okay? But I know that for years. I've been trying to, no, I've known it ever since they first told me. See, the idea is to get around their presumption, get around their loopholes. That's the loophole. That's only one loophole. You're bringing it from a different country, like having a 98 series number and creating a bond from the country that you have a 98 series number from, like Nevis Islands. Yeah, you can do it that way. Stop that. Do you know what you're doing? No, ladies and gentlemen, let me correct something because it's very important that this be corrected. In Georgia, in the federal penitentiary in Georgia, 3 men created a barabond while in prison. The Secret Service showed up at the prison. The Secret Service asked them what was their intentions, literally calling them into a room separately each time. Oh, please. I've had the Secret Service come and try to question me along with the FBI. Please. I laugh at them. There's nothing special about them. The Secret Service and the FBI are the same thing. They're just men in uniform with badges. There's nothing hierarchy about them. Okay? Anyway, let's get back to the question. They question him, and the guys say, excuse me, if we did something wrong, tell us what we did wrong. We'll correct it. And of course, they couldn't, well, you can't do this. But yes, we can. Here's the law right here that says we can. And they left. But before they left, they told the guys, look, just don't do it again. But for right now, all we know is that a trust account has been set up in your name. Hold on, Leela, they need to hear this. Ladies and gentlemen, they said that a trust account was set up in their name for the amount of that bond. A trust account. Ain't that something? And when the trust account was set up in their name for the amount of the bond, that they could have access to it upon their release. Well, several of them have been released. One guy, because the Secret Service was coming by questioning the family took and destroyed the communication from the bank because they got scared. That's Secret Service coming to our house. Oh God, that means something real bad's going to happen. And they destroyed the envelope. He doesn't even know which bank it was from. He doesn't know which bank the trust account was set up in. No, this is not one of those fantasy, conversations, because I've spoken to the person. It explained to me exactly what they did from head to toe. This is the same thing as the conversation with the individual about Bradley Christopher Stark, bringing that information to my attention. Same exact communication as to how that information came to me. Ladies and gentlemen, after speaking with the guy on several occasions, he has my number. He can call anytime. I told him I would help him. Told him I would help him get access to it. He didn't owe me nothing. But so many people in your ear, when you tell people something like that, there's so many people in your ear trying to give you advice, tell you where to go, how to go. I told him what he needed to do, but he doesn't have the mindset to doing it. Ladies and gentlemen, he didn't study this stuff. He didn't study how to handle these agencies. He only went over how to create the bond. Okay? Now, again, you guys must understand, March 9th, 1933, there is no law against you creating a bond. But a barabond, whew, I'm going to tell you, if you don't know what you're doing, stay away. You heard what I just said. If you don't know what you're doing, stay away. You don't hear me talking about barabonds. I won't even talk about it in the consult. I would talk about it with him because he was able to do it successfully. You follow? I would talk about it with him because he was able to do it successfully. Okay? And they first came in threatening, prosecution for blah, blah, blah. And they said, well, fine, we're already in jail. Let's go. And then at the end, they tell them, an account has been set up in your name. Just don't do this again, blah, blah, blah. And if his family had not thrown away the letter, he would have had something to pursue. What about the other guys? I don't know. I can't tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you what I don't know. There were 3 of them associated with it. I don't know. All I know is the process that he told me that they did. How they did send it to a particular location, and I can't tell you. I'm not trying to get you guys to try to duplicate what they did. Okay, that ain't the way things is. I don't work like that. I ain't doing that. I'm just letting you know that the law says that you can no longer create barabonds in the United States, but you can import them from without the United States. Well, they were in the federal pen, and I've already shown y'all that the Army Corps of Engineers, or not Army Corps of Engineers, I apologize. It's called Grand Prairie Marine Base in Grand Prairie, Texas. Look it up. Federal Bureau of Prisons, headquarters, Grand Prairie, Texas. Notice how the Federal Bureau of Prisons is on a Marine base. Oh, y'all don't believe me. Hold on. One second. Thanks to Francis, y'all. See? Grand Prairie Office Complex. Let's find out. It's an Armed Forces Reserve Complex, 346 Marine Forces Drive, Grand Prairie, Texas. Who is that for? Oh, look at that. Federal Bureau of Prisons are offices. Grand Prairie, Texas office. Federal Bureau of Prisons isn't a BOP, Bureau of Prisons. Federal Bureau of Prisons. You mean to tell me they in Grand Prairie, Texas? They can't be in Grand. Oh, that looks like. Oh, that says right there, office complex. The Federal Bureau of Prisons is on a Marine base. This is what you ignorant mother get for coming my way. Sorry, one of the idiots at the Grand Prairie, Texas office tried to cause me problems. Okay. See, first of all, Francis sent me the information about that, but an idiot who works at that location actually wrote me up so that I was put in isolation for, what was it, 4 months? Because an idiot from there wrote me up. That's how I know they are foreign. That's how I know their headquarters is Grand Prairie, Texas. And after I sat up there and highlighted the fact that they are a foreign jurisdiction and they have no control over that territory because I wasn't under military jurisdiction. Of course I knew I was under military jurisdiction. Of course I know that we're in a military jurisdiction, which is why I told you. That was 2013, which is why I told you. I've been planning 10 years, people. I'm patient. I'm patient to highlight the fact that we're under military rule. The reason why the Supreme Court can't do anything because there's no controversy before it because nobody brings it up. So the writ of certiorari, that's all I'm working on right now. Our clients, those of you, please understand you're going to get the communication we have for you. It's a video. My people are having a hard time because our normal mail system can't send it out. So I'll be sending it out to all of you. They just have to put together all your emails together so that I can send it to you. So I'll be getting that shortly. When I get that, all of you will be receiving that video. That's for you. It's not for the public. With instructions on what you need to do, how you need to proceed with your matter. It tells you exactly what we've done. Oh, and if you can only understand the credits that we've already done for you, all you have to do is your taxes at this point. Yes, I know it seems like it seems like a long time. Okay, I know it seems like a long time, ladies and gentlemen. How long has it been? We told you guys it could take up to from 6 to 9 months. Why? Because we had to send out letters and there's a time frame for giving them an opportunity to respond. If we didn't give them an opportunity to respond, then they would get us for void of process, that we denied them due process. So we had to give them an opportunity to respond. We tried to explain this to people, but most people don't understand the so-called administrative process. They think they understand the administrative process. I've been doing this administrative process for way too long, people. I told you I started doing the administrative process with my mother when we used to go down to what we referred to as the county building. And she had us filling out papers in triplicate for her. Okay? We were her secretaries, we were her paralegals. When I tell you guys I've been doing this most of my life, y'all need to understand. I've been doing this junk most of my life, filling out papers, asking questions about this office, that office, who's this, who's that. Wait, what happens when they tell you can't? Oh, you can ask there for their supervisor. Man, I am quick to say, where's your supervisor? Y'all think it's a black thing? It ain't a black thing. It's an administrative thing. It's a petitioning for redress thing. That's what gives you the right to ask for a supervisor. Not just the police, but everybody. When you ask for a supervisor, you've just told that representative, shut up. I don't want to deal with you no more. I'm taking this over your head. You just petitioned for redress of grievance. Don't tell nobody this. You don't have to explain that to them. You're explaining that in that motion. That's how you get to go after their bonds. Man. Hey, and the first person who gets somebody to reject you in that motion, just appeal it. God, if you strictly stick to your guns and appeal it, and all of the issues you're appealing on are right there in the motion, so you don't have to come up with anything else. You just have to create the motion for an appeal, follow the appeal process. It's small claims court. It's a simple process. It's the rules are right there on their websites. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can't get any more simpler than small claims, appealing from small claims, because the rules are simple. They cannot make the rules the same as the regular rules because the rules are simple for small claims court. Shh. And you just have to remind them that the rules have been amended for small claims court because the persons are lay persons. That's right. They cannot make them long, tedious, ignorant rules for you. You don't have to know the law. You just have to follow procedure. It's an administrative process the whole way through. Okay. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Lita took us out of here. Who's going to take us all the way through? I am. Goodbye.